she can have it because बिल्कुल बुलंद आवाज है.
बुलंद आवाज है. और मेरा गला बैठा हुआ है.
So like to have had that journey. And second, you are genuinely going to be helping us about if anybody is ever planning to write something. Now, specifically it's a book, but in any
kind of writing.
So you help us with everything. So subsequently that's the agenda for today. I think, okay. Works comfortable for all of us? Okay, thank you so much. So first things first, Puneet ma'am. How did you realize that probably writing is something that...
I just want to tell you that actually I was a writer way before I was an actor.
Okay.
So since I was little, थोड़ा शौक था लिखने का, तो मैं लिखती रहती क्रिएटिव राइटिंग में जो स्कूल में आप करते हैं एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट. सो आई जस्ट हैड एन इंक्लिनेशन टूवर्ड्स राइटिंग सिंस आई वाज वेरी लिटिल. एंड एक्टिंग की मच लेटर कॉलेज में आप थिएटर वगैरह करते हैं तो फिर आपको इट्स समटाइम्स यू टेस्ट ब्लड विद इट, सो देन यू वांट टू जस्ट परस्यू इट एंड यू डू इट ऑन द साइड. सो थिएटर मेरा चल रहा था while I was working and I was in advertising and doing the other jobs that I was. So writing was essentially what I had always been doing. लेकिन जो writing मैं कर रही थी, the kind of writing that I was doing was mostly short form writing, which is I started my professional life as a news in the news with a news channel, and that to a business news channel. So in a business news channel you're basically, and I was in the news desk, so essentially I was writing the rundowns for the anchor, and I was just a trainee at the time, but still you're sort of, once you've got the hang of it, it is not creative writing. तो उसमें आपको पता है कि आपको ये लिखना है, तो आप usually market का क्या status है, क्या scene है, क्या कौन से stock companies कर रहे हैं. So you basically put that rundown for the anchor. So that's how I actually started my career. But before that I was creative writing in school, and college I used to write for the campus newspaper. So whatever themes that I felt very strongly about. In fact, now that we're talking, I'm having a flashback. One of the things that I realized that I have a skill of writing. कभी आप लिख रहे होते हैं and you don't even realize कि आप में वो स्किल है या आप उस टैलेंट को होन कर सकते हैं. Was when I was writing that time, I think this is 2004 if I'm not mistaken. Around that time there used to be these ads on TV which were these fairness cream ads where the woman was shown as dark and so therefore she is not successful, she doesn't get what there was a Genelia D'Souza ad specifically where she wanted to be a cricket commentator. I don't know if you recall, and she's dark. So what has her complexion got to do with her commentary? But that is what the messaging of the ads was. And at that time I was interning with an advertising agency. So it was an internship right out of school. So उस time पे क्योंकि आप intern कर रहे हो, आपको कुछ नहीं पता, you're absolutely raw. So what are they going to tell you? So वो थोड़ा सा आपको entertain रखने के लिए they used to give you tasks. So my boss told me, he said, write 3 ads that you like and 3 ads you don't like and write about it. So so one of the ads that I mentioned that I don't like is these fairness cream ads, and that somehow made a strong point and that sort of grew. So then I wrote that for the campus newspaper. That got picked up. Eventually that article, I did some articles on that, and those articles actually got to the point where it became a question in the parliament. And I had gone and interviewed the Advertising Standard Council of India's chief, and this was उस time पे things happen. Sometimes things just happen, you don't plan them. That article got picked up. A news channel, CNN, IBN at the time, they were doing something called WhatsApp Champ or something -30. They were doing a show like that. So they were picking up young people from different walks of life who are doing something. So I got picked by them for this article becoming a sort of raising a question in the parliament. So temporarily for that time, एक रूप अमृत करके brand था, वो आता था, उसके ads आते थे. So that got pulled down because of this. So anyway, I realized that there is power in writing and expressing what you want to say, whatever you think you feel about. You write and you express it, and if it is meant, I mean, it'll travel. If it has to travel, it'll find its audience, and that happened. Even then, I did not think of writing as a career, but with me, somehow those events kept happening where whichever job I'd apply for, somehow only the writing jobs were available. Or if I was even applying, if my KRA meant like I was working with a fashion marketing firm briefly, so usme marketing was my job. But from the get-go, they were giving me jobs of, please write the website for this designer, or please ghostwrite for this designer for this particular magazine. So Vogue or Cosmopolitan, they have these interviews of designers, and none of these designers give those answers. It's people like us, people like us who ghostwrite for them. So tell us about your new collection and what does it mean and this and that. All of that we're sitting and writing for them. None of them have the time or the inclination to write answers for these publications. So that was a lot of writing like that. So I think that was just job karni hai, aap kar rahe hain, you enjoy something, you're doing it, you don't think so much. Then advertising happened. Advertising was actually the time where I became more serious about writing. Up until then, I was doing the jobs like how it is done, like a drill. But advertising, I really learned a lot. And any advertising person you'll ask, they'll swear by the copybook, which is where that's your first book, it's your Bible. You just sort of read it and you don't ask questions, and it's a book essentially where all the advertising geniuses, the the great copywriters, it's basically a compilation of their profiles and their work, their best works. And that was actually, over a period of time, I learned a lot over there. But that was still short form writing. उसके बाद में और भी कुछ I did a few things because I was always exploring. And इसके साथ में मैं अपने office hours के बाद में I used to go for theatre rehearsals. तो rehearsals होती थी तो आप शाम को कर लेते थे. तो जैसे the energy.
Things kept happening because you had a voice, you had an opinion. That's so for sure. Because I know that most of the times we're so engrossed in doing a job as a drill that it's not even an accusation on them or any intern to lose their work because they just want to make a mark. So it's high probability that we will just, succumb to the standards of just being the right person. But then if you're holding on to your voice and if it was revalidated and rightly so, it should have gone to the parliament because that is a point to be made that council action has got nothing to do with how much successful you should be or that should be
the opportunities that you should get.
But I'm so glad you shared this because I couldn't find this anywhere and I wouldn't have this fact that I wouldn't know this about you. So a huge cheer to that. So I think that does explain that it has been a very gradual journey. External validation, with a little bit of self-exploration that ended up making you commit to the writing for that matter. Also tell me about how theatre works for you, how much that as an experience contributes to you as a writer.
Right. So theatre mein what happens is that as actors you're basically trained to just get into the skin of the character. Whether theatre or films, whatever, but theatre is more of a rigorous training because you do it over an extended period of time and then there is workshops and there is so much that goes on. So you have a character, you're doing this on stage, you're doing it live, there is no retake, so you have to know your character. There cannot be a false note because the audience will catch it. Suppose right now I'm sitting in front of you and I start fumbling or I'm thinking something else but I'm giving you a very, sort of a boring answer. You will be able to tell that I'm not interested. I don't need to tell you I'm not interested because you can catch it from my energy. And that's the thing with theatre. So you have to get into the skin of the character. And that's what writing is also. So when you're writing fiction especially, and when I was writing this book and I was writing these characters, you have to build yourself up from. But what actually holds us back? जो मुझे ये एक realization, एक epiphany हुआ when I started, and it's not starting which is the problem in my opinion. It is the carrying on. It is the keeping up with the writing. It is reaching the end point. So वहाँ पे आके आप अटक जाते हो because what happens, whether it is you get stuck in the middle or you have a problem starting also, whatever it is, the point is that the reason that happens to all of us or most of us is that we have a thought, it's ingrained in our psyche as human beings because we are so socially wired to want to be accepted by people that, what if I write this and somebody does not like it? What if I write this and somebody judges me for writing this? that, oh my God, if I wrote something about Meera and I say that Meera is going through this crisis, is the reader going to think that I was going through that crisis? It's like, it's really hits you because, and that is so hard to even write on paper. Even if you're writing it only in your journal and nobody is going to read it, it's very difficult to bring yourself to write that on paper. So I think the problem is not that we can't write. The problem is that our own ideas in our head about what people, parents, families, siblings, society, friends, what are they going to think with what we've written? So it has to be perfect. And in order to be that elusive state of perfection, we don't even get started. So that is, I think, the problem. And that is something you can tackle with time. That's a muscle. This is good news for you all. that is a muscle that you can build. So once you go to the gym, you pick up the weights for the first time, you know you can't do it. And then you'll be like, मैं तो कभी gym नहीं आऊँगी because I can't pick up the weights. But you go every day, you pick up smaller weights and then gradually build your stamina, धीरे 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 धीरे. So with writing, I think that is the thing, that give yourself a challenge. I mean, this is now something that I can share with you as an exercise you can do if you want to write, that आप अपने से keep a diary to yourself, which is just for you. Do not share it with anybody else. Do not make anybody else read it. Usually they say that, when you write something, go and bounce off those ideas off somebody else. वो करो, लेकिन not at the stage where you're the caterpillar going into the butterfly phase. When you're in that transition phase, you're very sensitive and you're very vulnerable as a human being. And if the person you're dealing with does not know how to handle you, they can totally kill your hope and optimism and your zeal, because वो कुछ भी बोल दें, और वो कोई बाहर का नहीं हो सकता, वो आपके घर का ही हो सकता है, आपका फैमिली मेम्बर हो सकता है, जिसको पता ही नहीं है आपके साथ कैसे, वो बोल देगा ये क्या लिखा है, अच्छा अगर ये वर्ड यहाँ लगा दो, ये वर्ड यहाँ लगा दो, अरे but that is your expression, right? Nobody should. So my point is that as an exercise, if you want to get to writing, to be able to express, firstly, number one, do not judge your work. Please do not judge your work. I will tell you as a fact that read my book now, and I mean, you can't read my first draft. मतलब वो तो छपा नहीं है और ना मैं छपने दूंगी किसी भी हालत में. But that हमने आज एक चैप्टर लिख लिया, very nice. हमने 2 लाइनें लिख ली, बहुत बड़ी बात है. आधा चैप्टर, एक चैप्टर. So firstly, give yourself that little थपथपी, little bit, because you need that. And कोई और नहीं करेगा, आप खुद के लिए करोगे सबसे पहले. दूसरा, as an exercise, when you write, just write. Don't worry about the language, don't worry about grammar, don't worry about sentence construction, don't worry about anything, just write. The beautification and how to come to that point, कि आप कुछ आड़े टेढ़े वे में करके you want to come to a point, that all will happen later. Just say what you want to say on paper, and the more difficult it is, try and put that out. क्योंकि वही आपने उस चीज़ पे टैप कर लिया inside in the core of your being, so then you're a writer. So that's what I would say.
Well, that's really, really.
And as an exercise, थोड़ा on a regular basis, वो आपको अपने आप confidence मिलेगा, वो आपको अपने आप मसल आएगा, और जब आपने जो भी लिखना है, बुक लिख रहे हैं, शॉर्ट स्टोरी लिख रहे हैं, आर्टिकल लिख रहे हैं, जो भी ऐसे लिख रहे हैं, कुछ भी लिख रहे हैं, finish it and forget about it. Then revisit it after a few days. 10 दिन के लिए छोड़ दो उसको, देखो भी मत, और उसके बाद में दोबारा पढ़ो, फिर आपको क्या लगता है. क्योंकि हम लोग as human beings we evolve, in our subconscious we are evolving, we don't know it, and then when we revisit something that we have written, then we are able to, with our own intelligence, make changes. And then at whichever stage आपकी intuitively आपको जो लगता है that this is the stage I want to show it to somebody who can give me good advice, किसी भी random person को मत दिखा देना, but somebody who can ideally give you good advice.
No, this is the kind of advice that I think I lost on the way of my work. I mean, I'm very comfortable editing somebody else's work or anything that's a professional commitment. I can edit 30 copies in a day if you need to work on that. But if it's about personal writing, something that I really need to and should be writing, what you said is, you somewhere spoke to my soul, because that's my best friend. She's given me a diary just to pen my thoughts on. She knows that I struggle with, vulnerability is a tough task. So you write it down. I do not do that because, like you said, nobody's going to read that. But the thought ki can somebody just
किसी ने पढ़ लिया तो ताले लगा के रखो किताब में.
So I should take that seriously. Anybody who's
But when you've written it, आपको जो तसल्ली मिलती है ना, then that is it's equal to none, you know. So that is something you have to go through. That is a pain you have to sort of take on because, well, you want to create something, and that doesn't just apply to writing. It applies to anything you want to do in life. If there's no pain, there is no gain. We all know that, and all fields of life, in all walks of life. So that's the same with writing, and writing is a little more painful. So when I was writing these characters, even for Meera, for instance. I just felt that why would Meera do something like this? You know, I would not do something. She's, you know, so no, so that my editor is going to put no for me. My editor is not here right now. So bleep, you know. So I was like, so why is Meera doing something like this? Why is she so disempowered? But then, if somebody is not lost, agar koi lost is not want, you know, what is that quote that somebody, if you've not wandered, those who wander are not lost, or something like that. But the thing is that to find your way, to find yourself, you have to first get lost, right? So Meera is going through that process, and while you're going through that, जब आप उस churn में होते हो ना, it doesn't make sense. So you will do stupid things, you will act out, you will come across as a stupid person to somebody else, but that process is necessary. It's like going from a cocoon to a butterfly, right? Like that transition is very ugly, it is painful, it is not fun, but it has to be done nonetheless. So that was the process that I was going through with the characters. So I tried not to judge, but हाँ वो एक conflict तो था ही. तो वो मैं अपने journals में लिखती रहती थी, क्यों करेगा यार ये आदमी ऐसा, क्यों. But then, you know, you have to still keep telling yourself to get into the character.
I am so old as a person to try writing. You're making it seem so relatively interesting कि हाँ चलो content भी है, इधर लिख ले, then you come back and create. You're making it sound something that I would look forward to.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you for that as a personal statement. तो ये तो हो गया about the writing part of it. This is something that you're committed to. But when not writing, how does we find ourselves filling our role? Because it is somewhere.
Yes.
One has to be interesting to be in a way committing to the cause of writing. So what is that you enjoy? How do you unwind, or how do you?
Well, I'll tell you something, that when I started writing this book, it was around the COVID, the first lockdown, second lockdown. So you will laugh, you will judge me probably, but the first lockdown, when we did not know what is going on with any of us, for 1 month, I was lying down on my bed. I did not do anything. I was just looking at the ceiling fan and just staring.
You seem like a superhero.
No, because you know what happens? I think pre-COVID, we were all in some sort of a rat race, whether we realized it or we did not realize it. I did not realize it. I was in Bombay, I was auditioning to be an actor, and every day I used to go to Ramnagar. There's an area in Bombay called Ramnagar where all these production studios, all of them, casting studios are there. So सुबह से लेकर शाम तक हम जाते हैं अपना बैग लेकर, एक with a change and makeup and everything. Start to finish, morning to night, ऑडिशन कर रहे होते हैं वहाँ पे. सारे एक्टर्स होते हैं वहाँ पे, सब ऑडिशन कर रहे होते हैं. एंड दैट इज़ लाइफ, यू नो, एंड यू आर जस्ट देयर बिकॉज यू नो यू लाइक, लेट मी मीट दिस पर्सन, दिस माइट हेल्प मी, दिस नेटवर्किंग माइट हेल्प मी, यू नो, ऑल ऑफ दैट. यू कॉन्स्टेंटली इवन इफ यू आर सिटिंग इन अ कॉफी शॉप, यू आर नॉट सिटिंग आराम से, कहीं ना कहीं आपका दिमाग चल रहा होता है, ओह ये बंदा आया, ओह, यू नो, लाइक यू आर जस्ट सॉर्ट ऑफ, योर माइंड इज कॉन्स्टेंटली टिकिंग. एंड सो आई रियलाइज्ड, आई मीन, and before that also, whatever jobs I was doing, you know, you want to do something. Most of us are ambitious people. We want to do something for ourselves. तो अब उसके लिए you have to go out there and, you know, do things. So जब COVID, the first lockdown happened, मुझे honestly, सबका experience अलग है. मेरा experience ये रहा that मुझे बिल्कुल समझ नहीं आया क्या हो रहा है मेरे साथ. It felt like somebody's pulled a handbrake in a speeding car. So it's like, you know, and you don't know what to do. So you're, for a second, you're just like, what is happening? You know, so उस टाइम पे जो भी आपने मैंने सोच रखा था दैट दिस इज़ माई प्लान ए, दिस इज़ माई प्लान बी, एंड देन आई थॉट टू माई सेल्फ, एंड सबसे पहले आया दैट कंप्लेंट्स, ओ गॉड, पुनीत प्रपोजेस गॉड डिस्पोजेस, यू नो, हर बार ही करती हूँ कुछ, सोचती हूँ तो ये हो जाता है तो वो हो जाता है. अभी मैं अच्छा खासा बॉम्बे में गई थी ऑडिशन करने के लिए, अब मुझे दिल्ली आना पड़ा बिकॉज ऑफ दिस लॉकडाउन, एंड यू नो, सो व्हेन आई गॉट थ्रू दैट फेज, that was the ceiling fan phase, you know, so I was looking roof, you know, you're looking and you're like, what is going on? And I can't explain that to anybody, but there was a sense of calm, even though there was that complaint, but there was a sense of calm. And then there was that, first there was disbelief, then there was, what is that stages, right? Disbelief, denial, and then acceptance, gradual acceptance of things. And I said, okay, you know, well, life is life, it has to go on. And then if we are for the rest of my for say 30-40 years ये lockdown ही चलता रहा तो क्या करेंगे, अब कुछ करना पड़ेगा ना. I mean, at one point it just suddenly felt like ये जीवन भर ही चलेगा ऐसे, you know. So I started doing some online courses and things like that. तो कहने का मतलब ये है कि downtime was very different pre-COVID. Downtime post-COVID is much more different. I'm more of a hermit crab now, honestly. But I think constantly doing something as part of skill development, and if it's not skill development, it's not like हमेशा कुछ सीखते ही रहना होता है. कभी-कभी you just do something which doesn't have to have any meaning, you know, or it just gives you joy. Even just cleaning your room, or just gardening, or just anything, you know, or just playing with your pet, anything, whatever that gives you joy in those pockets of time, but intentional. ये नहीं कि दिमाग कहीं और चल रहा है और आप वो कर रहे हो. But yeah, usually in my downtime I read, and I like to now I've started again binge watching a little bit online. But funnily COVID में जब पूरी दुनिया बिंज वॉच करी थी, मैंने एक सीरीज नहीं देखा, एक मूवी नहीं देखी, which is strange, which is really strange, because I didn't feel like it. I did not feel like it at all. I did not want to open my phone and look at anything. You know, that was the distraction for when I had other things going on. So जब I was in Bombay और बहुत सारा काम चल रहा होता था, तो जब खाने का टाइम होता था ना, when I used to sit with my meal, तब मैं अपना Netflix लगा के बैठ जाती थी या whatever. But when I had all this time, I did not want to pick up my phone and look at something. So then I was just sort of engaging in some physical activities, learn something like dance. So Bharatanatyam is something I learned as a child, and then it got discontinued. So I found a teacher, and I started training in that again. तो वो अब at this stage versus when you learn it as a child बहुत अलग होता है कि अब आपके हाथ पैर पड़ जाते हैं ना थोड़े टाइम के बाद में. It's very embarrassing because I'm the only older person, and then they're all like little girls, you know, so they are all like, they'll sit in that R&M mandi and they'll be like, हम कर सकते हैं. They'll just jump and they'll do that, and my teacher will say, jump and do this. I'm like, 2 मिनट सोचना पड़ता है. और वो म्यूजिक निकल चुका है, तो like jump. I was like, sorry. So, but yeah, you have to keep giving yourself some things to do. And the wonderful thing is that in the field of acting and in writing, the wider your experience, the deeper your performance or your ability to pull stuff out. So kuch na kuch. So there is no fixed things.
I wouldn't say any appraising word to that, but the individuality that is it. It's a subjective experience. Somebody has a whole very different way. So for example, I was working with Times of India. Out from nowhere, suddenly every sector was on a standstill. Yes. The only thing thriving was education and healthcare. I found myself very, so everybody was like taking a time to relax, but I found myself working extra because now I'm like, okay, this is purposeful. Yes. So it's a subjective experience for all of us. I think that has contributed largely to who you are as a person. It's very difficult to focus your questions and your answers because you're pretty articulate. So I think somewhere down the line, everything has.
So I'll give you an anecdote while you think of the question, okay? No, so what you're saying about the lockdown, what you're saying about the lockdown helping with work was that auditions became very different. Then we suddenly were doing self auditions at home. So I'd auditioned for the series which has R. Madhavan in it and Surveen Chawla, Decoupled. It's on Netflix. I was a small part, but so the casting person called me and he said that ab aap. So the good thing was that I got from home, from lockdown. So Delhi mein baithe baithe, you know, you can be auditioning for any production in Bombay. It doesn't matter. So that was the good thing about work in during the lockdown, because the first 2 months I thought ab kaise hoga, because films are such a physical you know, you have to be present. How will you shoot? Of course for the shoot you have to be there, but how do you actually reach out to these people? So then the self tests and the self auditions happened. That made life so much more easy. It becomes a little complicated also, because then, you know, it's more of a task to set up your camera, to put your makeup and then keep adjusting the camera. Then you will send the video to the casting agent. फिर वो agent वापस आपको reply करेगा, मैम ये ठीक नहीं है, आप इसको ऐसा करिए. And then by then you've like halfway removed your makeup. You're like, पहले बताना था ना, दोबारा से makeup. So that is a little थोड़ा सा it's a little complicated like that. It's hassling. Whereas जब आप physically एक studio में जाते हो तो वो camera वैमरा सब लगा होता है. You just have to show up in front of the camera, do your part and leave. You know. तो यहाँ पे you have to become your own camera person and then everything. But ठीक है, that's still better in so many ways. So
I would have said I'm lost again, but now I do have questions. Looking back at your journey, what's been the most, it can be subjective again, but as a writer, where did you feel that I'm glad that I wrote this? Was it like a piece or a page you wrote, an anecdote you came across for your character, or was it the validation that came with it? Or was it just the happiness that I wrote, like you said previously?
No. It was before I actually gave it to anybody else. By the time I was capable enough to give it to my agent, I was very happy. I was very happy because I knew that जीवन में आगे और जाके evolve होगा writing मेरा, because I will evolve as a person. So my skill has to evolve. But like I said, what the first draft was, from then, that first draft was the easiest for me to write. Honestly, it was not difficult, because 2020 पूरा जो साल निकला, उसी में से the 2020 year was strange. So the news that you were seeing and listening to was fact is stranger than fiction sort of a thing. So that was giving me a lot of points. So by the time I actually started putting everything on my laptop, I was just scribbling before that. When I put everything in, within 3 months, I'd written my first draft. So basically, I'd written the story from start to finish. And I thought, मैंने कहानी लिख ली है. So when I started doing the real writing, when I started working with my mentor on it, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth draft, पता नहीं कितने drafts लिखे होंगे book के after the first draft. So first draft was not a problem, but somehow I was not feeling internally very satisfied, and I did not have anybody to bounce it off of. But then when I spoke to my mentor, that's also an interesting story, but we'll come to that. There are lots of stories within stories, and that's the book also. But my mentor Vinita, so when she's a very old friend, so when she read it, she said, "Dekho Puneet, you have a story, but you need storytelling, and you need to refine your craft of storytelling." So that is when my real lessons in writing started, in storytelling began. And so when I finished those drafts, by the end, it took me a year and a half. When I finished that, and when I had finally done the book, I was waiting, I was bursting with excitement for people to read it, because by then I was so confident of what I've written, because I was very excited that I know I've written a good story, and I've told it well. So I was excited for people to read. And I'm not saying this in a way out of ego or out of, look at what I've written. It was more of a satisfaction. And earlier I did not feel the satisfaction. After writing that, I felt that yes, there is a story, and it has been given its justice or given its due, and I would like people to read it. So that excitement when you want people to read it is the reward in itself. And then of course when uske baad mein jitne bhi stages hote hain, the agent will see it, the publisher will see it, then the readers will read it. So that is a different experience. But somehow thereafter, the readers जिन्होंने पढ़ा है ये book, they have liked it, and they have given me that kind of response which I felt that a reader might feel when they read the book. So that for me was validating.
I think I will also and I'll definitely let you know how does that feel as a reader.
Yes, please give me your.
You saw me as a person. See, because I have to connect with the author not in a way that what I've read previously, but what was running in their mind when they were creating something. And one thing for sure, you spoke to the vulnerability part in me. So I definitely look forward to knowing you more through the book. And before I have anyone, is there anything the audience is looking forward to write something or might just want to take a little bit of wisdom from the back home? Yeah, please. Yeah, please.
You want the mic? No, it's fine. So, hi everyone, this is Aditi, an ex-student of Raisoni, and also been an anchor for the edition, second and third edition. So, I had a question, like I am also a budding writer, I like to write, but somewhere, because now I am in corporate world, I barely have time to write something. And here I have seen that in corporate also people used to use ChatGPT. So because of that, I have read a lot of jobs has been taken away, like content writing jobs have been taken away. So I also thought back in my mind, like, hey, if I write, like if you write something, you have to give time to it. You have to process. You have to think it's good or not. Like, is it getting the vibe? But now on the counterpart, everyone is saying that use ChatGPT. It's so easy. Right? So, am I fool giving time to that? And so, how shall we think on that part? Like, are we good or we should just depend on ChatGPT?
See, ChatGPT. See, I'll tell you something. ChatGPT or any other GPT. Okay, it's the nature of life that. एक टाइम पे टेलीफोन्स होते थे, फिर मोबाइल फ़ोन्स आ गए, एंड देन एवरीबडी वाज स्पेलिंग डूम दैट अब क्या, फिर ये आ गया, फिर वो आ गया, अब AI आ गया है. सो द थिंग इज़, यू आस्क योर सेल्फ एज अ राइटर, will using ChatGPT upskill you? If it will not upskill you, then you have your answer. Finish.
Because I don't think so. Like using ChatGPT can give you a personal touch.
So here's the thing. Suppose I would just say, if I were you, firstly, I am very, very, very late to the game. I still don't use ChatGPT. And I think taking your own time. But here, I was doing other things also in life, and book writing was happening on the side, and I had that luxury of time during COVID to write a book. Otherwise, I would never have written a book. But my point is that if I wanted to write a book, say, using ChatGPT, I could probably have done that, and then tweaked it a little bit and nobody would know. But then would that give me this satisfaction? Would that give me this passion with which I'm talking to you? Would that give me this ability that ये मैंने सीखा है, तो ये मैं आपको बता सकती हूँ, that this is what you can do if you face a challenge as a writer. All of that is lived experience. So that is something that you have to go through the drill to be able to create, and that no amount of technology or artificial intelligence they can't do the thinking for you. But if you're, say, in a workspace and you need to work smart, you have to send an email to somebody, and that does not require you take a call. Sometimes actually writing very good emails is an art. So you take that call. What you want to do, how much do you want to, maybe just decide, okay, 8 out of 10 times I'm going to write myself, 2 times I'll use ChatGPT. Maybe like that. Just censor your own self and just sort of give yourself that kind of a, wherever I need to really just sort of churn something out within a day, or I'm doing something I'm not interested in. This is a subject I don't find interesting. Whatever. I don't know. But in my opinion, life was much better when there was no ChatGPT, because by hook or by crook, you had to create something from here. So that is the human free will, which you have to exercise. So you choose to discipline yourself as to, if I do this, then this is my payoff. And if I don't do this, then I will be able to push my paperwork or my written work ahead of time or before the others, and I'll save time and what will I do with that saved time? What am I doing with that saved time? Because I want to be a writer, but then am I upskilling myself as a writer in that saved time? So when people say we learn on the job, I learned writing, especially advertising writing, on the job. by doing it. And advertising they say the first thing, the client will give you a brief and you will give them one headline. We don't give them one headline or two headlines. We give them 10, 20 headlines, 50 headlines. After putting those 20 headlines forward, the client is like, मज़ा नहीं आया, कुछ और दिखाइए. और उसके बाद में after the third round they will change the brief altogether. जो आपको brief, so उसमें क्या होता है, आपको लगता है कि आपने बहुत अच्छी headlines लिखी हैं, you know, but then you have to change everything. So there's a line which goes as kill all your darlings. Basically, kill all your darlings means that whatever you've written is your darling because you've created it, and you have to be detached after a while. That you have to kill it. If it is not working, you have to serve the work. If it is not serving the work, then put your ego aside and do what the work requires you to do. So, but for that, you will have to do it. ChatGPT won't do that for you. You can find a way around working ChatGPT, but like I said, in a nutshell, use it judiciously, use it to your advantage for sure, but see where you want to use it.
No, because I lost the touch of writing it, right? And recently I was appreciated something in my company, so I just thought of putting up it to LinkedIn. And then everyone said that, oh, it's just a small thing, but yeah, why I actually did it may be a small thing for you, but I wanted to write my feelings because like from last, I guess, about a year, I have not written anything. So something is going on, like I am back in my mind, it felt me like something is missing. Like I am working, I am enjoying what I am doing, but no, something is missing. So I put it up there. I got appreciation also, but there are some people who said that it's just a small thing. You're saying thank you for getting appreciated.
Sorry to cut you in, but I think that is something that thick skin a writer has to develop. Because if you can't be true to your purpose and still cater to the opinions, I mean, of course, they're very important. They will contribute to your writing, but that's not the whole point. It's the holding on to the ground. You can't defeat the purpose of writing. Ultimately, it's a creative experience. You get the joy you're talking about is because you wrote it on your own. And it may, of course, ChatGPT can write greatly. No denial of that. There is a reason why it's working for most of us. But it is supposed to assist us. Not defeat the whole purpose of writing. So I'm glad that you wrote it. And I'm sorry to cut you short because we have to abide by the time, I think. I know there are more questions, but I will leave Puneet for you outside the session hall because I'm sure there are a lot of questions. I am so sorry to cut this in because honestly, I would have personally enjoyed this conversation for as long as I could have lasted.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Megha ji.
For the inputs you have given to our audience and to us, it is really very, very helpful. And I think these people are going to use all those inputs, whatever you have given. And I hope the audience has also enjoyed this conversation, which was very lively. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.